Hey there, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you being here. It's good to be back. I've been away for a minute. I guess it was just 1 week, but it seems like longer than that. But I'm back tonight. So, how are you doing today? I'm good. This is a rough time of the year for me, so some days are better than others, but all in all, I'm good. Um, Pretty much taking it easy. Hey, Jamie, happy birthday to you. I know you're trying to catch me, but that's not possible. Oh, I hope you had a beautiful day. Mm, and a fun day. I'm sorry I had to drop down earlier, but I, I had a rough day today. That's all I can say. But I did get to spend a few minutes with you, so that was good. Hey, Captain Billy J, how are you? It's good to see you. Where are you? Are you at home? Are you on the sea? Are you in between travels? What's going on? Inquiring minds want to know. Well, me. This inquiring mind wants to know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice. I'm gonna have to book um another trip on the Spirit. I really enjoyed um that ship and the trip. I really enjoyed it. So definitely want to do that. Hey Ivy, how are you? I hope you are not out. Well, it's 11 o'clock, but I hope you are don't have to get out in this Christmas mess that Montgomery is. I had to go out the other day and I was not happy about it. It's like everybody from the five surrounding counties seem to come into Montgomery during the holiday season, and Lord, the traffic is crazy, the people are crazy, everything is crazy. I was like, if I don't have to go out again for the first of the year, that will be a blessing. That will so be a blessing. I'm at home in Pensacola, 31 days till my side by side on the Carnival Glory and Caribbean Princess out of Fort Canaveral. Oh, okay. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I don't have anything else booked until August on the Encore to Alaska. Um, so, yeah. And I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Y'all, I'm trying to make a teeny tiny pom pom. And I probably should have got some help with some chopsticks or something like that. But no, I did not. And here goes nothing. This is the size of it. Um, Come on now. We'll miss each other. I'll be in Alaska in September. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this one was booked a year ago with the homesteading community here on YouTube. And I'm excited for it. A lot of those people I've never met in person, and I'm really excited to meet them, like Scott from Rambling with the Brooms. Um, I've met Lisa and Jesse um, from Lazy Days Ahead. Excited to see them again. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. Thank goodness my hubby is the shopper. I only have so much duct tape. I know that's right. Yeah. I went to the store, the Publix just right up the street from me, and I was like, I got to get in here and get out of here because I cannot with these people. Now I went during the middle of the day, because I know that that's a time when you don't run into quite as many people. So yeah, but I was like, I was having anxiety for having to go. If it doesn't have a drive-through that I can go through, and even then, I don't want. I'm not gonna sit there but so long. It's like I just can't. I cannot with these people. So there's a trend over on one of the other things, the app that that's like a clock, um, of it might be over here too. I haven't been over here much. We listen and we don't judge. Okay, we listen and we don't judge. Um, introvert edition. I don't like people. I just don't. I don't want to be around them. I know I'm over here on the live stream. So y'all forgive me. I don't want to be around them. I don't want to see them. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to none of that. I just don't like people in. I don't. We listen and we don't judge. I just soon be by myself. And every time that I have to do stuff where people are involved, um, it puts me out of my comfort zone. So I do. Hey, Bone Tire. Um, I get anxiety. I do get anxiety, but yeah, I understand it. It's something you just got to do sometimes. Okay. We listen and we don't judge. That's a lie. We listen and we judge. Big time judgment. Um, just saying. Whoever was saying we listen and we don't judge, they full of crap. How you doing, Bone Tired? Same. I hate people and I'm a nurse. Oh my goodness. Y'all. I know. It's not that I don't like people. Actually, I love people. I enjoy people. I enjoy spending time with them. Small groups, one on one, that kind of thing, where you actually get to know people and you don't just get the superficial um, mask that they put on. And it's hard to get to know people. It really is because most people, live in that masked way so much that they don't, they don't know how to be real. They don't know how to be real at all. They don't know even how to be real with themselves. So of course they don't know how to be real with anybody else. So okay, y'all, I'm making a small pom pom because I made a hat and I think I posted it. It's a cute little elf hat, and it's supposed to have a pom pom on it. So a little bitty snowball. I want to call it a snowball. A little bitty snowball on the top. So I'm now trimming it up to make it teeny, teeny, tiny. Shake your pom poms. Okay. Ah, there you go. I'm only making one. I actually made two hats. Actually, I haven't finished the second hat, um, because I want it different, and I haven't figured out how to fix it yet. Um, how to make it the way I want it to be made yet. I've got the first part done, but I haven't figured out how to do the second part. I will. I'll figure it out. Um, or I'll find a pattern that will tell me how to do it. It's just that I have something specific in mind, and it won't be finished until I get it to be that way. Billy J. Yeah, I was on the original Booze Cruise last October. That was fun. That was so much fun. That was my first cruise now. Y'all hooked me on that one, on the Glory. And I'm telling you, I might do another Halloween cruise. Actually, I'm on a Halloween cruise next year from What is it? I don't even know what ship it is. From Norfolk, what ship is that? Sunshine? Is it the Sunshine that goes out of Norfolk? I think it is the Sunshine. Halloween cruise to Bahamas, I think it is. I need to call somebody and get the info on it. It's one of those situations where somebody said, "Hey, one of my family members is having a birthday cruise. You want to go?" And I was like, "Sure." And they're like, "It's gonna cost this." So I'm like, "Did you get the money yet?" And they're like, "Yep, got it." Yeah. Okay, this is too big, but it's done. Hey, GT Junior, how are you? No, that was my first cruise, man. That was my first one, and it was cool. That was so cool. I enjoyed it. And I'm gonna tell you, those the rough days that we had at sea, that convinced me that yeah, cruising is for me because I loved it. I'm one of the people who actually likes that when the ship is going like that. I love that. I'm doing pretty good, GT Junior. I admit this is when it's this time of year when I think, oh, there's no way that I could live in Alaska because I can barely make it through this time of year in Alabama. It ain't even cold. It's not even cold. I put my peppers and tomatoes right back outside. We had like 4 days of cold, and then it's been back up in the 60s and 50s. They were right back outside. I got not all of them, I didn't have room for all of them, but some of them I put them right back outside because it's not cold. Now we're gonna get some cold later on in the week, and they're going back in the garage. But I'm looking for. I don't know where I put stuff. Okay, can you look with your eyes and not your hands? Ah. Anyways, you should like the Elation then. Oh, Elation is the last of the fantasy class, right? My first ship was a fantasy, and I loved it. Okay. I don't know nothing about those classes. I know I need to learn that stuff because people be asking questions, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I just, you know, cruise here. Yeah, that's funny. Um, I dragged a tomato plant out of the house one year and had fresh. Yeah, that part. I picked a pepper one year on January 1st because um I would just drag it in and out of the garage because our cold days are not super super cold, and I don't even have to have heat on in my garage. I just need to pull it in so it doesn't freeze. And y'all, y'all, I got this pom pom, and it's made. My little snowball is made, and I'm tying it to the tip of this um hat that I made. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show y'all what I made. So this was a. Let me tell you where it came from. Jamie will remember. We were messing around over on that clock app over there, and they have these enhancements or little things that you can do um, that they'll you know how you get those little, I forget what they're called, but where they have these filters. Yeah, that's what it's called, filter. They have these filters and they can put stuff on you. And there's one of the filters is a little pixie elf hat. And Jamie had it on. I was like, "Oh, that's so cute." And I went on about my business, didn't think nothing of it. And then later I was like, "Oh, that was that pixie elf hat I wanted to make." And so I Googled it to see if I can find a pattern for this pixie elf hat. And I forgot where I had seen it. And so of course I couldn't find it. Well, I made the hat. Having forgotten where I saw it, made the hat. Came up with a pattern on my own because I couldn't find a pattern exactly like this one. And then um, after I made the hat, I was on back over on the clock app, and we were playing around. It's like, there it is. That's the one. She was like, that's no, I put it on. That's what it was. I was on a live and I put it on, and she goes, that's the one that we had on the thing. That's the filter from the clock app. I was like, oh, that's where it was. I saw that. I wonder I couldn't find it anyway. So I made the hat. Let me turn the camera off for just a second while I put the hat on. No, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on. Here's the hat. Look, it's got a little bitty ball on the top, and I put the ears on it yesterday. Y'all, Jamie, if you still in here, look, it's got ears now. Look. Y'all like my Christmas hat? Look at there. It's got ears. It's got the bow tie. It's so cool. It's a little pixie elf hat. I love it. Isn't it cute? It's so cool. Anyway. Yeah. I finished it finally. The ears took a minute because I was trying to figure out how to make them. Yeah. Like that. Thank you, Ivy. Thank you, GT. Look at that. So anyway, it's in the whatever those things are called. I cannot, that word won't stay in my mind, but yeah. It's a filter over there. You can put the elf hat on as a filter over there with the floppy ears and the so it's cute. And I'm making another one. I have another one that I'm making. I haven't finished it yet because on this one I want to do something different with the green. So like this one, the green is coming from underneath. Right here, it's coming from underneath. But I want to do different on the green. I want the green on this one to come from above. So the green is going to kind of start with a scallop edge and then come down. I think what I'm going to do is going to make it go straight down and then make it flip up. So yeah. My hat. You see my hat with the elf ears? Yeah. How are you, Andel? It's good to see you. Yeah. So yeah, I was just telling people that it's one of the filters over on TikTok and you can use that. And so I just decided I would make me one. And it's funny, I saw it, I thought it was really cute, and then I made a hat, but I forgot where I'd seen it. Cause so I was like, I thought I saw it. I thought I saw somebody making it. I thought I saw somebody crocheting it, and I was thinking there's got to be a pattern, but yeah, no, it wasn't. What did I walk into? Those look like Vulcan ears. Yeah, they could be Vulcan ears. They could be. But I don't think they typically wore hats. So I would have to attach them with some Gorilla Glue or something. No, just kidding. Just kidding. That was a joke, people. I just think it's cute. Yeah. Anyways, so much for that. But look at that. He's so cute. He's so cute. Ah, I'm just messing. Yeah, I'm just messing about that glue. But yeah, the ears came out pretty good. It's just a triangle. Yeah, but they came out pretty good. So yeah, this is my Christmas hat. I like to make a Christmas item or two every now and again. So yeah. So what y'all been up to? GT Junior, did you get your chicken coop finished? The chicken coop and run finished? I have not. I'm gonna apologize right now because I have not been on here very much at all. I did watch a couple of videos today, and like by a couple, I mean two. And so I'm like way behind. I haven't been catching live streams. Actually I just haven't been online very much at all because I just don't have the energy to deal with it. I haven't even been crocheting, to be honest. I crocheted no stitches today. None. And I did maybe a row on this blanket I'm working on um yesterday. I'm working on this blanket. It's a star, it's another star blanket. Um I'm not sure how big it's gonna be. I'm just gonna keep going until I run out of yarn. And that's the size it's going to be, but it's pretty, it's coming out nice. But like I said, I worked maybe a half a row on it yesterday. I just haven't been yeah, it's not, yeah, my get up and go has got up and went is what we used to say. My get up and go has got up and went. And so yeah, that. Hey, Dams Lifestyle, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you being here. My garden is looking pretty good. I do have some collards and cabbage out there, some mustard greens. The mustard are small, but they're doing fine. I did transplant those collards that I found over by the fence and put them into the garden. Those were purple stem collards, and they're doing great actually. Um, Most of my beds now are just onions and garlic. I got some walking onions, some Egyptian walking onions from Row, and I managed to get some of those in the ground. Got most of them in the ground actually, before they dried out. I've been told that if they dry out, that they don't do well, so you have to get them in the ground soon. Yeah. So it's the weather, and for me, it's the weather. It's the time of year. Um, The weather has not actually been bad. There was a week of really what was cold and rainy, and that week I did not do anything. Had no contact with people other than a funeral I had to attend, and that was torture. Getting myself ready and get there. I mean, it literally took me about 3 hours to do what normally would take 20 minutes to do to get ready to go. I just didn't have it in me to do it, but I did it. I did it. I got there. Um, and um I felt like I felt like I was able to support the family um by being there. So there was that. Um but yeah. Oh yeah, I need to update y'all. I'm going to do a little update video here in a minute on my my hydroponic garden. And I'm gonna do an initial video for the WIG here in a day or two as well. I just haven't gotten to it, but I did get the water into that garden that was almost, it wasn't completely dry, but it was close. And everything in it bounced back. Only thing in there is celery and clover. And the clover is trying to bloom. I did not know that the clover would bloom indoors, but it's trying to bloom. And why am I growing clover indoors? All I need to do with clover seed is throw them outside and they will be fine. But I wanted some clover, for herbal reasons, for teas and tinctures and things like that. And so I put some in that garden and they grew and they're looking good. This red clover is looking good. Yes, GT Junior WIG 2024. I'm going to do it this week. I'm going to do it this week. Um, the problem that I have is not doing it. The problem I have is filming it. I had got a few other things growing indoors. I'm thinking about starting some potatoes and a few grow bags this month. Okay, cool. I do need to get a grow light in my garage because all my citrus is in there, and so I need to get a grow light to put on them. I have the grow light. I have everything I need. All I need to do is just put it together and plug it in. Um, In fact, I might go back to Aldi because Aldi had, and they won't have them when I go back, but I might go tomorrow. Aldi had some timers, just the regular mechanical timers, that you just click the thing on. It had some timers. It also had some remote control timers as well. And I looked at them 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 and I said, yeah, I don't really need those, but yeah, I really do want them in the garage, so I don't have to worry about turning the light on and off every day. I can just plug it in and let it do what it do. Actually, one set of the lights I have already have a timer on them, but the other light that I have is just the heat lamp, grow lamp that you like use for chickens and things. It's like that, except for it has a grow light bulb in it, and that one doesn't have a timer on it. So I do have another timer that I can use in the meantime. But I'm just rambling, y'all. I'm just rambling. But yeah, I need to get a light for those for my citrus and their I was looking at a two-piece LED light on them. Amazing. We'll think about getting them tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I need to organize my garage a little bit better because I got them in there. I did get them in there, so they're in there. My car's in there. But yeah, I need to get it a little bit more organized in there because it's a near thing getting the car in and out now. Billy, you win so much stuff. You got me in a contest just in case. Oh, what did you win, Billy? Oh, oh, I won a raffle, which is crazy. It's crazy because my husband was selling these raffle tickets. Actually, he wasn't selling. The person who does his hair was selling raffle tickets. And it was an alumni association, Alabama State Alumni Association. And they had these raffle tickets, and they had a bunch of prizes they were giving away. And I don't remember what the largest prize is or the smallest prize was, but it was like a scale down. Like the grand prize winner wins $1,000, and the next winner wins $500, and the next winner wins this many dollars, and the next winner, and they gave away a bunch of money. And I won a prize in that, and I was like, "What?" But he was selling tickets. He says, "Well, I got 5 of them. I didn't want to know if you wanted some." I was like, here's a 50. I'll pay for all of them. Just put my name on half of them or something. I don't know how many he has. Just put my name on half of them, put your name on the other half." And he's like, "Well, since you're paying for it, I'll put your name on all of them." I'm like, "Okay." And I got a phone call. It says, "You won." And I was like, "This is a joke." Because you know what? When people call you like that out the blue and you don't know the number, and they call your name and they say, "This is so and so and so from the so and 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 so," and you don't understand them because you just don't. They talk fast and they think people know what they're saying. And anyways, I was like, "Okay," and it was like, "You won, blah 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 blah," and blah 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 blah, and I was like, "All right," and I didn't answer the phone. That's what it was. I didn't answer. They left a message because it was an unknown number. They left the message. And so I played the message back and then I called. They left a number to call him back. And so I called my husband. I was saying, "What was that raffle that we were in? Who was it with?" I couldn't even remember who it was. And so he told me who it was and he told me the number of the tickets that we had. And so I called the person back and they were like, "You won." And I was like, "Okay." And it's like, "We need to know where to send the money." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And they sent it, and I got it, and I spent it the same day. Thank you, Angel. And I spent it the same day because I have kids. Y'all know I have kids. My kids always want or need something, and yes, they are grown. They're 22 and 24, but they always need something or want something. And so anytime I get something, it usually goes to them. And I'm not mad about it. Y'all think I am? I'm not. I'm not mad about it because I have kids. And when I had kids, or when I got kids, because I really didn't have them, I really just got them because they give kids away. If you fill out the right paperwork and you jump through the right hoops, they will give you a child or two, obviously, because I got two. Um, hey, Miss Georgia Peach Nut, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Hey, 75 Media, how are you? Girl, I'm glad to see you. Anyways, I was just saying I have kids and they always need something or want something. or whatever. I just got a message from one of the schools that was saying that, you need to pay this by January 10th or his schedule will be canceled. I'm like, I ain't in school. That's his problem. I sent it to him. Boy, you better get this taken care of. uh, well, anyway, checks in the mail. Always checks in the mail. That's what I just tell him. Don't worry about it, baby. Mama got your back. How you doing? Miss Georgia Peachnet and 755 Media. I was talking to a little bit about, what was going on in my garden, which is of a lot. It's a winter garden. Stuff's going on. And I walk out there and I look at my trees and I'm like, yeah, I think I should have pruned them before now. Because if I prune them now, then I'm cutting off all the buds that are already set. Yeah. Anyways, so there's that. I ain't worried about it. In the wild, nobody's pruning them, so my trees are wild. Oh, I don't have to work to go, so I can hang. Okay, cool. That is cool. Uh, uh, I still have a few dehydrated figs. Every time I eat figs, I think of you, Miss Georgia Peach Nut, because um my fig tree is so big. Everybody's talking about how big my fig tree is, but I do have a few dehydrated left. I'll probably finish them up this week, and then that'll be all for this year. I didn't preserve any of them for long term. I just dehydrated them and ate them as a snack. Um, Doing pretty good, just chilling. I hope you are well. I'm doing pretty good. Exactly. 70s this week and 20s this weekend. And that's right. So all the things that I have um in the garage, the biggest things are on casters so I can roll them out during the day. The bigger ones, I can, if I feel up to it, I'll take them out. But only the ones with handles will I take out. If it don't have a handle on it and it's not on casters, then it stays in there. So that's why I need the light in there. Yeah, it was when the frost came, I think I did a video. Y'all know I need to upload that video. I have a video. It's done. It's edited. It's ready to go. I think that's the one with the update on the figs. There was probably maybe 10 figs left on the tree when the frost came. I picked everything that was ripe or even a hint of ripeness the day that the frost came. So the day the frost came that night, that day, I picked everything that was left. That's why I have a few left. And so it wasn't that many left on there. Not like last year. Last year it was full of green figs. There was nothing even remotely ripe. Didn't get a lot of figs last year, and it just the figs came late. But this year we got a lot of figs this year, and I ate them all, and they were so good. Well, I did give some to a neighbor. So um, my neighbor next door has a garden as well, and we share things. But yeah, and that tree is definitely getting pruned. It'll get pruned either now or in the spring. It doesn't matter to me that one because it's so big that I was like pulling. I had to reach up with two hands to pull the limbs down to get the figs from the top of the tree because the branches were like this big, and so I couldn't even pull it down with one hand. It's like, oh no, you got to get cut. Um, and so I'm definitely going to be pruning that one back because I can't with that. But yeah, I like my winter garden. I like the way it looks out there this time of year. Um, and I spend a lot of time out there on the pretty days. And I need to. I definitely need to because I need that light therapy. I need to be in the sunlight. So, but yeah, this weather is crazy. Yeah, it's supposed to be down in the 20s. On Thursday, I think Thursday is the day that it's supposed to get here. I'll keep a closer eye on it because I do have a couple things I need to bring back in the house. I mean, back in the garage. What y'all drinking tonight? So you're gonna cut off the top. I'm gonna cut it down. I'm gonna cut most of the branches. It just depends on how much energy I have. I'm gonna be working from the outside in. So, but yeah, I'm gonna cut it back. Hey, Miss Shirley, how are you? I didn't see you come in. Oh, there you are. Uh, good morning. It's not quite morning for us, Miss Shirley, but good morning. Ice water. You drinking ice? I'm drinking eggnog, y'all. Um, Southern Comfort brand eggnog. It doesn't have any Southern Comfort in it for shame. I just got a small container of it because I wanted some. I hadn't had any in years, and I really got it for as creamer for my coffee, which I am drinking coffee again, y'all. I had not had coffee on a regular coffee on a regular basis for years. Actually, probably since I left work because I drank coffee at work, but mostly not at home. Southern Comfort is a drink, GT Junior. I'm going to drink some blueberry pomegranate tea. Oh, that sounds good. That's what I should be drinking. I had that earlier today. I had, what kind of tea did I have? Lemon. I had a lemon zinger and I had, I think the very berry celestial seasoning. But yeah, eggnog. Nope. You don't like eggnog? It's super sweet and it's thick. It is very thick. But I got it for coffee because for some reason, um, at the end of November, I got an urge to get coffee. And so, yeah. I'm glad to hear you're doing better, Miss Georgia Peach Nut. But yeah, I got the urge to drink coffee. And so I bought a coffee. I think I showed it on here, a sampler. Uh, um, an advent calendar coffee sampler. And after I got that, I was like, well, I got regular coffee. So some of the ones are not flavored, they're just, nice coffee blends. And so for creamer, I said I'll use some eggnog. And it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. But I'm not drinking it every day. I was drinking it every day, but I was having trouble sleeping, so I'm not drinking it every day. I drink probably every 3 or 4 days. I'll have a cup of coffee. I know that I'm real sensitive to caffeine, which is why I gave up coffee before. But I do like a good cup of coffee every now and again. Um, and if we're traveling, I'll drink decaf. If I can get freshly brewed decaf, I'll drink that too. But yeah, and I was showing y'all earlier for the ones who came in late, my little elf hat that I made with the ears. It's for me. It's for me. Yeah, there it goes. And the yarn is glittery. It has a little line of. Oh, you can see. There you go. It has a little line, a strand of glittery tie. I don't know why it won't show up that good, but anyways, it's glittery. That's cute with the little elf ears. And I'm also working on a blanket. Um, some of y'all probably seen this too. I've been working on it for a little bit. I think I started this one on the cruise, and I'm probably gonna finish it this week because I'm ready to move on to something else. When I get bored with things, that's when I pick up a little project. That's what the hat's all about. When I'm working on a big project and I get bored with it, then I'll pick up a something small that I can do in a day or two and do that. And I drug this hat out. I think I made the hat in one day and then I let it sit for a week and then I made the ears another day and then I let it sit for a day and then I finally made the little snowball for the top tonight while I was online. So yeah, there's that. But I drug it out and drug it out. Um, but yeah. Miss Shirley, didn't you just go on a cruise? How was it? I think you just went on a cruise, or you just getting ready to go on a cruise. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I haven't been keeping up, but I kind of remember you saying something about that. Where did you go, or where are you going, and all of that? Tell us about it. I do have another one booked for the summer. I'm excited for that, and I have another one booked for October. I'm excited for that one. That's going to be fun. And Dale's going to be on the one with me this summer, so that's cool. I'm excited for that. Yeah. I have not been doing any art lately. And I'm not really sure why. There are a couple things that are on my list to do. I have a couple of photos that I want to do. Um, I think it's because I'm sad. I am sad. One of my friends that I lost um, was an artist, and a pretty well known artist in our area. He has been, he was the artist in resident at the art museum, and he has a show. Currently, has a couple of shows in places. Um, And so I just haven't really felt like doing art, but I'm going to do some art because I have a couple of photos of things that I want to do. I'm working on paying for that cruise. Girl, go live over on that app with the clock. You'll get a check on Wednesday if you go live over there. If you can go live on there as often as possible. And yeah, drop video as many videos as you can over here. Sorry for the loss of your friend. Yeah, thank you, 755 Media. He was my children's godfather, and awesome. Just an awesome person. And that was hard. That was really hard on me. And it's doubly hard on his wife and children. Um but yeah, but yeah. Yes, I am still going to Alaska. Everyone just going to or going to. I went to Jamaica last time, um, and it was nice. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me get back here. Came home this past Sunday. I went to the Bahamas and Jamaica, 8 days. Wow, that's a nice one. Yeah, Bahamas and Jamaica. That is nice. Um, I enjoy cruising. I really do. I know some people don't simply don't like it, and that's understandable. Because it is. I mean, it is what it is. You like what you like. So some people don't like it. I enjoy it. I really love being on the ship. I'm not big on where it goes to. That's another thing. I don't really care much about the ports. Now, don't get me wrong. I will go get off the ship and go and visit the ports and see what's there. But I'm just happy to be on the ship. For real, for real. I really enjoy that. Bella, what is wrong? Dude, what's the matter? You're okay. She over here having a whole hissy. But yeah. Oh, we're going to Alaska. Miss Georgia Peach Nut, we're going to Alaska. I'm working on paying for that cruise. Yeah. It's nice. Yep, Alaska. Thank you so much, Miss Georgia Peachnut and Dale. Yep, Alaska. GT Junior, I wish there was a way I could get to see you while there. But you know what? We're not gonna worry about that right this minute. Because things work out. Things work out. What is that? There's a scripture that says that all things work to the good for those who serve the Lord or something like that. Don't let me quote scripture wrong. I have a whole bunch of scripture in my head wrong. Oh, no, we're not going to get to see GT. First of all, GT doesn't live where the ship is going. We're going to still be hours. Alaska's huge. People don't remember how big Alaska is. Alaska is huge. Um, so yeah, we're not going to be where he is. But um let me do that. I forgot what I was saying. I lost my train of thought. That happens a lot. It's okay. I laugh about it. Yeah, me too. I know we all want to see GT Junior, but yeah, he's going to be several hours away from where we're going to be, so it's not going to be possible. Um, but I wish it was. That would be so cool. That would be so cool. But GT Junior, if you interested in making a day trip, email me. If you want to come down to where we're gonna be, I'm just saying. Anyways, that would be so cool. Y'all, I am that person. I really am that person trying to figure out a way to make it happen. That that is me, 100% me. Yep, see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not even sure. I don't remember all of the places that we're going to be. I know we leave from Seattle. We see Skagway, Glacier Bay, Ketchikan, Victoria, and I feel like there's one other place that I'm missing, but I could be wrong. Mm, yeah, that's an interesting question, Miss Shirley. Yeah, GT Junior, you think you will eventually move back to Georgia? I know your dad's there in Alaska though. So I don't know. Is he thinking about moving back? Talk him into it. Oh no, I don't do that. And I don't talk people into things. I present the information and let them make their own decisions about it, and then support the decision that they make. Because I don't want to talk you into doing nothing, and for you to get mad at me when it don't turn out the way you wanted it to. Like it's like I present options. There's this option. There's that option. But yeah, that's cute. Not Georgia, maybe North Carolina. Okay. Yeah. Be careful now, GT Junior, because Georgia, parts of Georgia have different laws about 420 than North Carolina does, although all of that can change. And I'm not saying that you're interested. Also, they have a different tax structure as well. Now, I'm not sure about the taxes. Where my parents live, the taxes is not as bad as it is in some parts of Georgia. So you might want to look at that as well. But I'm North Carolina. Hey, I would love to move back to North Carolina. But as long as my kids are here, yeah, that ain't happening. I'm not moving that far away from my kids. Um, in fact, I would be more likely to try to move my sister here with me. Yeah, I'm not sure what the laws are in North Carolina. I'm not, but hey, they are what they are. But I know in Georgia they do. I think in parts of Georgia, I think they have the laws are. I know they're different than they're here in Alabama because Alabama's crazy. But that part. Yeah, Andale is in North Carolina. North Carolina is nice. Any particular part of North Carolina you interested in, GT Junior? I love all parts of North Carolina. If I was going to move back, I'd want to be near the coast, not necessarily on the coast. So within an hour of the coast, possibly, um, and not the outer banks. I don't want to live on Outer Banks. Although it would be nice, I really don't want to live on Outer Banks. But yeah, definitely coast for me. And I've lived all over North Carolina. I lived in the mountains. I've lived in the Piedmont, and I've lived on the coastal plain. And definitely, it's coastal plain for me. Um, Now, South Carolina is a different story. South Carolina is the way South Carolina is shaped. It's easy um, to get to most of the state. It's not that far away. Isn't Led Farmer in North Carolina? He was in South Carolina, but I'm not sure where he moved to. He was in South Carolina, but I am not sure where he moved to. He did move. Um, and dang it, I wish I could have bought his house, his old house, right there on that creek. Ugh, and already had all them trees established. Oh, if I could have bought that house, I would have been one happy camper. I want to live in zone 7. It seems perfect. Okay, so that's going to be maybe Western North Carolina or the well, see, North Carolina's kind of long. So it's going to be maybe the northwest and the northern part of North Carolina. Business wise, North Carolina structure design on running a group home fits better. Okay. Well, yeah. I know you doing your homework, so yeah. That's what's up. I saw your mini movie with the solar folks. Great job, by the way, and Dale. Yep. I actually have, well, my family actually has property in North Carolina, and I really should get in touch with my auntie to see if she wants to, what she wants to do with that property. But several pieces of property in North Carolina. And I've really thought about moving back and doing something there. Um, but like I said, right now, my kid, you're right, Led is in Columbia, South Carolina. Okay. Yeah, I knew he was in South Carolina earlier, but I don't know where. I don't remember where he moved to um, when they got the new place. And you talking about paying for that cruise. I really need to get myself together. I need to call the new lady and talk to her and see, where things stand. Because I've been just do 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 acting like everything is everything is chill, but it's not. It really isn't. I really need to get myself together. Together. Oh, stop. Nobody don't want to hear you singing. Oh. Who is in? Somebody here is else here is in North Carolina. Um isn't Gaza Zar for me, isn't she in North Carolina too? Gaza Zar for me. Are you in North Carolina? I think she is. In North Carolina, and what's his name? Joe is in North Carolina. Joe, the motivator is in North Carolina. Hush, I don't want to hear it. That's Bella. But yeah, I like North Carolina. I mean, I grew up there, so yeah, it's home for me. But I do like it a lot. Seriously, Bella? Seriously? It's a new guy now. Oh, the lady isn't doing it. Our contract is Peter Fang. Oh, I need the number. You have my email. Email it to me. Or you know what? Don't worry about it. And I can go on the Facebook. Is it on the Facebook? I can go on the Facebook and see. Now I know the one guy had left, and then there was a lady doing it, but now we got somebody else. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Joe's right down the road from Andale. And my sister's right down the road from that. And my niece is right down the road from there. Actually, my niece is probably closer to Joe because she's in Greenville. Um, two nieces actually in Greenville. I don't know where my sister is. She's not in here tonight. But yeah, Bella's trying to act like she's ready to go outside. Okay, I'm making another hat, but this one's a little bit different. Uh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, the lady got wiped out. What? Oh, okay. I did not hear that. I haven't been paying attention. I told you I have not been paying attention. If y'all know, you know you broke. You know you poor when you can't pay attention, right? I know, baby. You ready to go outside? Okay, I'll let you out. Give me a second. Jeez. Yeah, I have cousins in Raleigh too, and Durham. Actually, I have a lot of family in North Carolina. A lot. All over the state. But there's a lot of us. Our family is really big on both sides. Really big. And so, yeah. Hey, yes, she is. It's like, I don't know where my sister is tonight. She here. Did you hear me? I'm contemplating moving you to Alabama because I can't move to North Carolina right now. It's like, I might just go get her and bring her here. You ready? Is she packed and ready to go? I'm coming tomorrow. You better be ready when I get there. Yeah. And Dale, if you are ever in need of a custom made, really good cake, let me know. I have a cousin in I think she's in Nightdale. Um, but she makes beautiful cakes. She's on Facebook. I'll send you a link. She makes beautiful cakes and good cakes. And oh my God, that sweet potato cinnamon roll cake that she made. I'm still trying to figure out how I can get one of those just for me. It was so moist and good and yummy and all of the things. Mm, 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 mm. Um, Getting sleepy. Okay, I will see you in these streets. You know, I'm good for the replay. I am not good for getting on live streams on time, but I'm good for the replay. I'm a replay crew girl. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna turn this camera off for just a second while I let Bella out. Y'all hang tight. I will be right back. She's ready to go outside, and I'm ready to let her out because I don't want to hear her mouth. I'm coming. I'm coming. All right, let's do this thing. I need some shoes on. We going outside. You'll eat when you come back in. Nope. You can have more water when you come back in too. Come on. Come on. People are waiting. She said, I'll show you, Mom. I'll have water now. Well, you're not getting food till you get ready. Thank you guys for hanging in with me. I'm back. Um, don't laugh at me and tell. Yes, she does it every time. She goes to her food and water bowl. If there's no food in there, she goes to her water bowl. She'll drink water. She'll go to the door. She'll stand by the door. I'll stand up. When I stand up, she goes back over to the food bowl. She sniffs it. She goes back to the water bowl. She drinks water. I stand by the door. She's like, I need some more water. And she drinks water. And she'll sit there and she'll drink water for probably a full minute. And then she'll come back to the door to go outside. It's like, why you gotta have such a big drink of water before you can go outside? That's what I want to know. Because there's water out there. And while she's out there, she will drink water. And when she comes back in, the first thing she does is she drinks water. That tells y'all something. We probably need to be drinking more water. uh, and when she comes back in, she will go back to that food bowl and that water bowl to check it out. She won't eat. She'll drink some water. She'll sniff the food bowl. I'll put food in the bowl. She might eat a mouthful and then she'll lay down and she'll go to sleep. But if there was food in that bowl before she went out, she would have eaten as much as she could get before I got fed up with her and sat back down. But that's our routine. That's my girl. And you know what? I ain't mad at her. I am not. We all have our ways of doing things, and that's her way. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Oh, snap. That's going to be cute. So I'm going to put a row of what you call it on that. I should have done. Oh, I see. I might take it out. Yep, that's what I should have done. Okay, I figured out how to do this hat. She training you. Yep, she got me trained. I'm all trained up. Okay. Yeah. I could do it. Do I want to do it? I might do it. Let me check that out and see what it looks like. So I'm trying to figure out how to do this hat. I have a vision of what I want things to look like. I don't always know how to execute it. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't. And so sometimes it takes a little, you know, trying things out in order to get it to see what it's gonna be. What it's gonna be. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm giving it a try to see what this is gonna look like. I don't want there to be a gap right here, so I might, yeah, there's gonna be a gap if I do it that way. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this out. How big of a gap is it? It's a gap. I don't like that. Nope, I don't like that. So I'm gonna take that out. And I'm gonna take this out. And I'm gonna do it again. So why I did 3 rows before I realized that that's what I was gonna do, I don't know. I just work here. It's like, I don't know. I just work here. Actually, I need to probably take a couple of rows, take the red down too, and do it different. But it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. Let me try it on. Oh yeah, it definitely needs to. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so somewhere there it is. Yeah, so it'll be great. It'll be okay. I'm just messing around because, like, to be perfectly honest, I should be finishing up this blanket. But the blanket doesn't have a home yet. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the blanket. Good night, Miss Shirley. Pleasant dreams. Did I say? I didn't say good night. I'm sorry. Good night, Miss Shirley. If I didn't say good night earlier, sweet dreams. But yeah, I should be finishing up this blanket. But what am I doing? I'm working on this hat, and this hat has no home either. This is another hat. It's just another Christmas hat for me. Um, and I'm good with that. I am good with it. It just gives me something to do. It um, keeps me sane, as sane as I am. I'm not, I'm not claiming to be sane. I'm just saying that as sane as I am, the crochet helps. Oh yeah, when I walked outside, my neighbor behind me has a Christmas tree up in their house, and they have it's by a window, so you can see the lights from my back um, door. And I was wondering, do y'all celebrate the holidays? Christmas in particular, or the solstice, or Yule, or Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, or any of those holidays that come this time of year? I don't know. I don't know what all of them they are. Do you celebrate? And if you do celebrate, what does it look like? Just asking for science. No, I'm just nosy. That's all. Um, because we listen and we don't judge. We celebrate Christmas. Uh, um, in the past, when my kids were younger, and actually all up my whole life coming up, I've celebrated Christmas. And one of the things I love to do on Christmas is to celebrate on Christmas Eve. I love to go to church on Christmas Eve. I like the candlelight services. I like the midnight mass. I really like the midnight mass. I go to Episcopal church. Um, and so it's called a mass. But I know the Catholic Church has masses too, and I've gone to Catholic church on Christmas Eve for the midnight mass because I like the midnight mass, and if I can't go, I will watch it. Um, and at Westminster Cathedral if it's on TV, or whichever church, whichever channel has the Catholic Mass, Christmas Mass. I love that service. I just love that service. Um, but um, but as my kids got to be teenagers, I really stopped going. When they were little, we didn't get to go as often. I would often go when they were little because I could I could go by myself. I could get them, ready and get them in bed, and my husband would watch them, and I'd go to church. Um, and then, and when they were really little, I just would take them with me because they would sleep. There's always nursery at church, and they would sleep, and so we were good with that. Um, um, or they would sleep in my arms. But I just love that service. I love Christmas so much. I keep my tree up year round. I really love all the decorations. I left my tree up this year as well, but there's no decorations on it. There's just lights on it. And I will put some decorations on it for the holiday. I'll put my angel up there, and I've got a couple of ornaments that I'll put on it, but mostly it's just lights. And I'm not going to leave it up all year this year because I'm going to throw it away. This is yes, baby. I'm sorry, but this is your last Christmas. I'm gonna throw it away. But yeah, I love the Christmas Eve service. It's not the Christmas Eve service. It's actually a Chris in the Episcopal Church. Um, the day begins at sundown. In the Jewish tradition, the day begins at sundown. So Christmas begins at sundown on Christmas Eve, and so it's actually a Christmas service, and I love it. And I really, especially love it because if you celebrate Advent, then Christmas doesn't begin until December 24th at sundown. And so that's usually when I turn the lights on my tree, or usually put up my tree. Um, and then I'll leave it up for 12 days, or I use the lights for 12 days. And so even though my tree is up, the lights haven't been on. And I love the tree. I do love the tree. But anyways, I was just wondering if y'all celebrate any other things. But I mean I like other I celebrate other traditions too. I'm kind of, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I like to celebrate. Um, that's the bottom line. I like to celebrate. So I oh, good night 755 Media. Thanks. Yeah, my decorations stay on. It was nice just turning the tree on instead of having to drag it from the basement and decorate it. That part. Good night, 75 Meter. Thanks for so much for coming in and supporting me. I got to get over to your channel. I haven't been over there in a minute. But I love what you do. I absolutely love what you do. And if y'all haven't checked out her page and see what she does over there, you need to, because she's doing the thing. She is doing the thing. And she's got those kids over there. Um, she has the What's Kidding channel. Just Kidding. Lord, I'm gonna get it wrong. Just Kidding channel. And she has those kids over there painting, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So check her out. And if you want her to, she will paint you upside down and blindfolded. Yeah, that. So yeah, it's a thing. But anyway, yeah. Last year I was like gonna put my tree up like I normally do, and I have a nice bag that it and can just be stored in and everything. And I pulled the bag out. I was getting ready to take the tree down and put it in the bag, and I was like, this thing takes up a lot of space. And once I get this bag packed in it, I'm gonna have to find a place to pack it. And I'm not gonna be able to get it up and get it in the attic. I used to put it in the attic, but I'm not able to get it up in the attic myself anymore. And so I'm like, it takes up the same amount of space, whether it's packed in a bag or whether it's standing in that corner. So I might as well just store it in that corner. And so I just left it in the corner. I didn't take it down, I left it in the corner. But I probably will take it down. I mean, I probably won't leave up a tree again because of the dust. You don't have to deal with as much dust on it. Not that I care that it's dusty. Honestly, I don't. But that's the only thing, that the only drawback to leaving it up is that my house is very dusty, and so things get dusty. But yeah. Yeah. So let me put this down so y'all can see a little bit of what I'm doing. I don't know. I keep thinking about making videos of how to crochet. The problem with that is that I don't have a camera that can show you what I see. So, like, y'all are looking at it from the opposite side. If I could turn it around like this and you can see what I see, then that would be better for teaching. But I don't have a camera that can do that. So, yeah. Hey, Bayou. Sugar, 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 sugar. Yeah. How are you? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you being here. Is it still hot where you are? Last time I talked to you, it was like exceedingly hot out there. I don't know why. That's the first thing I thought about. Was how hot it is out there. Oh, you know what? Ours is to blame it on the dog. Money is to do the tree, cover it. Oh yeah, yeah. I could do that. And you know what? Yeah, yeah. That's a good idea. Um, that's a really good idea. Um, I need to. Yeah. My brain is. I'm sorry. I just got like 5 ideas. Like just now, just got these ideas, and I need to let it go. Let it go. It'll either come back to me or not. It's still hot, like the high 70s. But I'm not care. Oh, but I'm currently in Vegas. Okay, Vegas. I have never been. And to be honest, I've never had the desire to go either. I don't know why. I used to say I'm gonna fly to Vegas and rent a car and then drive to all of the um natural um n- the parks and national parks that are within driving distance of Vegas, because at the time when I was thinking that, it was cheaper to fly into Vegas than it was to fly into some of those other places. So it was really a matter of, it's kind of cheap to, it was at the time it was cheap to fly into Vegas because they figured they would get your money at the gambling. And so that the tickets were not that expensive. And I thought, oh, I should fly into Vegas and then I could rent a car and I could go to here and I could go to here and I can go, yeah, that part. But never did that. Never ever did that. That's interesting. I think it's too long. Single. Is that a single? Triple. Nope. That's not long enough. We'll figure it out. Let's see. In Arizona, it's starting to get cold at night. Oh, like in the 40s. Yeah. That's an idea. Hmm. No. Nope. 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 I see all those thought bubbles. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, we're gonna make this really simple. Really, really simple. We're not gonna make it hard. We're not gonna make it hard. We're gonna make it really simple. We're not gonna make it hard. Oh, cute. Okay, girl. Got to get some sleep. Big, good, big hugs. You know what? I'm wearing down too. But good night, Angel. Thanks so much for coming in. I appreciate you being here. I'm sitting here contemplating this point right here. See that? I'm trying to make a point. It's like I'm contemplating the point. And I forgot what I did, so I can't repeat it if I even wanted to. See, that's the problem. Okay, we're gonna do a slip stitch, a slip stitch, a picot, and a slip stitch. A slip stitch, a slip stitch, a picot, a slip stitch. That's too close. I don't like it. So we're not going to do that. So let's see what we're going to do. Let's try this. We're going to do a slip stitch, a slip stitch, a single crochet, a half double crochet, a picot, a single crochet, a slip stitch, a slip stitch, a single crochet, a half double crochet, a picot, a single crochet. Oh, should I? No, a single crochet, and a slip stitch, and a slip stitch. Let's see if I like that. Ah, I kind of like that. I think I like that. So that's it. A slip stitch, half double, picot. No, a single, a half double, a picot, and a single. Then a slip, and a slip, and a single, and a half double, and a picot, and a single, and a slip, and a slip. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out. I want to make it. I want little peaks on it like that, but I don't want it. But I don't want yeah, anyways, I'm just trying something to see what it looks like. I'm still not happy with it. It's close to what I want, but it's not quite what I want. The picos are not coming out as clean as I want them to do. So, anyways, it's gonna be cute. And the other thing is, might need to take it out and go the opposite direction because I'm gonna flip that up and I don't like what it looks like on the wrong side. So in order for it to look right on the right side, I need to go the opposite direction. But anyways, that's what you do when you don't have a pattern and you're trying to figure it out. It's like, what do you do? What do you do? You turn it around and you go the opposite direction. So the right side is the wrong side. And I'm gonna actually put this down right now because it's it's worrying with my brain. That's the other thing too. You can't go but so I can't go but so long and it not come out right. And it's like then I have to let it go and let it marinate in my head. And then maybe tomorrow I can come back to it. Actually, probably not tomorrow. Probably after I get off of here, I'll fix it. I'll come back to it and I'll try something different. And yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk to y'all. Do y'all make bone broth? So um it's a short story. I got these what is it called? Standing rib roast. And the way they cut them at the store is they cut the bone part off. They cut through the bone part. It's not off, but they cut through it. So it's still attached on one edge, and then the rib roast is sitting on top of the bones. And so they're big, the big beef rib bones. And so when you take it out, you can unfold it, and the bones are going to be in one place, and the meat's going to be there. And you can slice the meat into boneless ribeyes. And so that's what I do. I slice the meat into boneless ribeyes and freeze them up, and put them in. And because it was a good deal, it was like I think it was 9.99 a pound. I can't remember exactly, but I think it was 9.99 a pound. But anyways, so then you're left with these rib bones that have a little bit of meat, not a lot of meat on them, but they're the bones, and they're good sized bones. And there's like maybe on each roast, there's like maybe 4 or 5 of those. And so last year when they went on sale, I don't know how many I got. I got a bunch. They were like limit too, so I got like maybe six of them. Like I got maybe 4 of them. My husband bought me 4 and I bought 2 more or whatever. Because I eat a lot of beef. Anyways, so I pulled out a pack of the bones and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna throw these in the crock pot and cook them up. So I'll have some meat. Because then I'll cook the meat up and I'll take it off the bone and then I'll dice it up or whatever and I'll use it for whatever. I'll put it in other stuff. And so I did that. And then I had the bones and it's like, oh, why don't I go ahead and make bone broth? Oh, just leave the bones in the crock pot, add some water, vinegar, salt, and make bone broth. So that's what I did. And so I've got bone broth in there that I made today. I usually leave it in there for 16 plus hours. Add a little bit of vinegar to it. It helps to pull the, what is it called? Collagen, I think is what it's called. Anyway, it pulls the minerals out of the bones and into the broth. Um, and so the bones will soften up as you cook them down and those minerals will be in the broth, and I made the bone broth. Now after you do that, you can also take what's left of the bones and you can pop them in the oven and bake them, um, and then crush them up and use them as bone meal, but I don't do that. Anyways, but do y'all make bone broth? um, and if you do, what's your process? I know Mike makes bone broth. He uses a pressure cooker to do it. I don't have a pressure cooker. I might get one for Christmas. If I send enough pictures around to the men in my life, my sons and my husband, um, they might get the hint and buy me a pressure cooker. But I know some people use a pressure cooker. But do you make bone broth? And do you like bone broth? Do you use it? I use it as stock for soup. I use it in, soups and stews and cooking other things. If you're cooking grains and you normally cook them in water, you can cook them in broth. It gives them, more nutrition and all of that. But do you use bone broth? Um, I had some soup this week. I think I posted a video of my cold day noodle soup. It was just rice noodles made with some celery and onions from the garden, and yeah, yeah. Um, so yeah, I made that noodle soup with it, and that was a ham bone. I actually, and I have another one in there that I need to make some more broth. It's not cold, but it's gonna be cold, and when it gets cold, I want soup, and I like to make my soup from bone broth. But yeah, it's not hard to make. If you have a crock pot, it's pretty easy. All you do is take your bones and cover them with water. I don't even know how many bones. So like I have like, man, I think it's a 4 quart or 6 quart, maybe it's a 6 quart crock pot, and I put whatever bones I have in there, and I save them. I save them. Like if I have a ham, I'll save the ham bone, and if I have, like those um, bone bone in steaks or chops or whatever, save the bones, put them in the freezer, and when you have enough, put them in there, cover them with water, add in some vinegar. I usually add about a quarter cup of vinegar, and I usually put in some salt. I recently ate some when I was suffering from a cold and sinus infection. It made me feel a whole lot better. Yeah. But yeah, I usually put in a little bit of salt. And I say a little bit of salt, just sprinkle some salt in the water, just like I normally with salt water when I'm boiling water. And then a quarter cup of vinegar. And I think it's I have two sizes, and it's the bigger size. So maybe it's a 6 quart um, crock pot. And then cook it on low for, I'd say, at least 16 hours. Um, And then once it's done, I just jar it up and put it in the refrigerator. Now, you can probably make it shelf stable by pressure canning it as if it was meat. There's probably a recipe for that. I don't know about that part. I put it in the refrigerator because once I make it, I usually use it up within a couple of weeks. So, yeah. And I like bone broth. As a breakfast, I like to do bone broth with egg yolk. It's a high protein breakfast, and it sticks with you, and it just feels good. It's just something you drink. You just drink it down. The last little bit of the eggnog. So, but yeah. And so I made some last week from the ham bone, which I used it all up, but I do have another bone in there, so I'm gonna make some more with that one, with the bone that I have in there. And that made the best base for that smoky flavor. Oh, it made the best base for that noodle soup. Like I said, it was just rice noodles and then some chopped up vegetables. Um, the first day, and then the second day, I actually had some ground meat. It was ground beef that I had cooked earlier. Usually, when I cook my brown beef, I brown it with some onions, and and then I will freeze like half of it, and then use the other half for chili or whatever I'm cooking it for. And I had some in the freezer, and so I just took a couple of tablespoons of that meat and threw it in the soup, and that was so good. Raw egg yolk. Well, see, it's not really raw. It is raw, but it's not really raw. Because what I do is I put the egg yolk in the cup and I would mix it, and then I temper it with the broth. The broth is boiling. And so I pour the broth in a little bit at a time while stirring it. And what it does is it makes the broth thick, um, more of a soup consistency, a heavier consistency rather than a you know a thicker broth, like a gravy, almost like a gravy, not like a heavy gravy, but a light gravy consistency. Yeah, it just changes the consistency. So it's technically it's not completely cooked, but it's also not raw because it's in hot a boiling hot concoction, and to me it's really good. Um, that way, it's a nice, uh, it's a heavier. It makes it richer and thicker and heavier. But yeah, and it's yeah, yeah. It's good. I love it. I love it as a breakfast. I usually will use two egg yolks to a mug, which is probably 12 ounce, 10, 12 ounce mug. So I'll use two egg yolks and then I'll fill it with the broth and stirring constantly. And season to taste. I usually just add a little bit of salt to mine, but the broth is already seasoned, so it doesn't need much of anything to it. And it's, yeah, really good. And it's a good high protein. I mean, that's a good high protein breakfast. If you want a high protein, low carb breakfast, that'll do it. Mm. But I've been doing that for over a year now, and I think it's helping. Um, it helps me to get my protein in for the day without a lot of extra calories. Um, Although I will add butter to it sometimes. But it's also, butter's good for you, you know, if you don't, don't indulge. I don't overindulge. As long as you don't overindulge, I think you're fine. But anyway, I was just wondering if anybody else besides me makes bone broth on a regular. It's one of my go-to things I do on a regular basis, and it's one of my go-to meals that I have as the breakfast. But I also, like I said, I use it as a base for soups and stews, and I mean, you can even use it, to cook your veggies in if you want. Um, if you're gonna steam up some veggies, you can use that instead of water, and it gives it a nice flavor. Or if you're gonna cook greens or beans or something like that, you can use the bone broth as part of the liquid that you put in those for flavor, and it's a good source of protein as well. And the nice thing about it, the bone broth, is that once it cools off, I put mine in mason jars, but once it cools off, you can take the fat off of it. If you don't want the fat, you can just take the fat will come to the top and it'll solidify, and you can just take it off. And so it's virtually it's a low fat, high protein food. Now, if you want the fat, you got it. You can use it in any way you want. Um, Sometimes I will take the fat off of it and save that and then render it um, down a couple of times to get the smell out of it. And use that to make like a body butter or something like that, because it's a really great moisturizer. But I don't do that very often because it's a lot of work to render it down. Otherwise, you just smell like beef. Um, and I don't mind. I don't mind. Like if I'm making like a lip balm or something like that, I don't mind it smelling like beef. But when you walk up to people and they go, "Oh, she smelled like something to eat." Yeah, yeah. You can get the smell out by rendering it a couple of times. That's funny. But that's one thing I don't tell people how to do, is how to render it, because there's some you got to be real careful with that, because you can there's different methods and ways to do it, and you don't want to. If you do it wrong, you can end up with mold, or you can end up with it burned, or you can end up with not being the best quality. And so I'm not an expert at that. It's just something that um um I mess around with until I get it the way I want it to be. But anyways, yeah. So that hat is calling to me. It wants me to finish it. It wants me to finish it. um, there's still one more tree I want to buy. I need another apple tree. Hey, be the difference. How you doing? Just turning over. I understand. I understand. How you doing? Oh, I saw this shirt in the TikTok shop, and I was like, "Oh, I bet you she could make it better." It said, it said, I have two titles, Dad and Grandpa. and I use them both well, or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Have y'all seen that shirt? I thought it was a cool shirt, and I was like, but I don't want it to say Grandpa. I wanted to say Papa. um, but I thought that's a cool shirt. That's a really cool shirt. I bought my husband a Black Father shirt last year, and I don't remember who I got it off of Etsy, someplace off of Etsy. But I love that. I love the logo on it. I thought it was a really good logo for it. And when I saw that Dad and Papa shirt, I mean Dad and Grandpa shirt, I was like, that would be a good shirt for him too. But I'm like, I'm not buying it from the TikTok shop. If I can find somebody to make it for me, or if I can make it myself, I'll do that. But I'm not buying it from the TikTok shop. I would buy it from Etsy. I would buy it from you, but I wouldn't buy it from TikTok shop. I don't want a cheap machine made shirt from China. You know what I'm saying? I want when I can support a local crafts person who can make me that same shirt. I just will not. I won't do that. Now that's just me being me. Um, there's certain things I refuse to spend my money on certain things that when I know that I can do. Yeah, anyways. But anyways, I'll send you. I think I got a screenshot of it. Be the difference. So I may send you the screenshot of it and get you to make me one. But I'll email you. I'll get in touch with you. I'll be in touch. Don't not tomorrow, not today, not tomorrow. When you least expect it, you'll go. She did say she was gonna get in touch with me. It'll be like that because it's gonna slip my mind, but then it'll come back in and all that stuff. Because like I said, I did take a screenshot of it because I really intended to. So I was like, I'm gonna call somebody. I'm gonna call somebody. Y'all, let me give y'all a 15-minute warning. I'm gonna get off of here in 15 minutes because I'm getting tired. and and because I'm getting tired. And I am not going to go live next week. What day is it anyway? I don't even know what day of the week it is. I mean, what the date is next week. But I know what I just yeah. I'm just today. Okay, the 23rd. Yeah, I'm not gonna go live next week on the 23rd. I'm gonna say it right now. I will put a note in the community, um, on the community tab that I'm not gonna go live on the 23rd, but I probably will go live on the 30th. Most likely I will go live on the 30th. If yeah, most likely I will. On the 30th. And the reason I say it like that is because I do believe one of my friends is having a dinner for her daughter on the 30th. Or it might be, I don't know what it is. I've been invited to dinner. It may be the 30th, maybe the 29th, 30th, or 31st. I'm not sure what the date is that I was invited to dinner, but it doesn't matter because whatever the date is, I'm still going to go live on that day. I just need to make sure I'm home in time to go live. Um, but I got my call that said, "Mom said, can you come to dinner on?" I'm like, yeah, whatever. Just send me a message. And I forgot what day it was. But generally when she calls and says, "Mom said, can you come?" I usually say yes because she was like a big sister to me for many years. And so when she asks for me to do something, I usually just do it. Um, uh, she doesn't ask very often, and the ask is never anything that's impossible or difficult. It's usually the ask is almost always just time, and so whenever she needs some time, I usually try to give it to her. Good night, everybody. Have a great and safe holiday. Good night, Miss Girl. You, I need to talk to you at some point. So call me, Miss Verdi M. Miss Verdi M. Call me. Have a good night. But yeah. Y'all, anybody have special plans for the holidays? Anybody traveling? Um, if you are traveling mercies to you. Um, safe travels on the road. Birdie M changed your name? From what to what? Hmm. From what to what, Bayou? Birdie, did you change your name? I thought her name was always Birdie. um, I thought it was just Birdie. Oh. Oh, maybe it might have been. She might have changed it. I don't know. I don't remember by you. I really don't, but I thought it was always for him. Yeah. I'm messing with her anyway because that's my sister and I always mess with her. But yeah. I was like, she didn't tell me she changed her name. I added heat to the coop and a better ramp. Okay. Good. I need to go over to your channel and look at your videos, GT Junior. I'm y'all. I've been slacking. I ain't gonna lie. I have been slacking. But I'm gonna get it together or not. I mean, I'm gonna try to get it together. But if I don't get it together, it's not gonna be for lack of trying. Put it that way. Uh-huh. I should have changed my middle name. I could have changed my middle name from. Oh, don't you be telling people that what that R stands for, girl? Take that off of there. Now they know all my business. From R to M. I haven't posted anything in the coop. Oh, okay. I could have. Did you change it? I don't remember if you changed it on here. I don't know. Anyways, get some rest, sister. I will talk to you. I will talk to you sometime this week. The boys are coming home. Well, Julian's coming home. I don't think Austin's going to come home. That's a whole nother story, and I'm trying not to be mad about it. Actually, I'm not mad about it. My kids are growing up and they're getting their own lives and they're doing their own things. And as an empty nester, I feel some kind of way about it. But as a mom, I'm proud of them. For growing up and being doing adult things and being adult. And so I'm really super proud of them. Oh, you think you did? Oh, you don't even know if you did or not. Okay, bye. You noticed. And yeah. Bye, you noticed and you must have because I don't remember. Um oh, when did Kata get a page? Yeah, that's what I want to know. And yeah, I need to talk to you about that too. Because I was on that page and I was like, surely her mama don't know about this. I know her mama has to know about it, but there's a couple videos up there that need to come down. Anyways, I will definitely talk to you about that. My oldest is not spending Christmas with me either. I feel some type of way. Yeah, by you have that part. That part. I don't know how old your oldest is, but I do. I understand the feelings because I do get in my feels about it, but I try not to. I try not to say anything about it because I'm incredibly proud of my sons. And the fact that they are, adulting. They're making they make adult decisions and, and take responsibility for making those decisions. So I'm incredibly proud of that. And their time and their time and their schedules and their resources are theirs to decide what to do with them. So I remind myself of that, and just keep loving them. Just keep loving them. But do I wish that I got more time? Yes, I do. Wish that I got more time. Do I wish that I got Christmas? Yes. My oldest is 18 and he's flying home to Louisiana to visit friends and family. Ooh, 18. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay, mama. Traveling mercies on your son. And may God hold you in the palm of his hands and comfort you and give you rest and give you peace because I know you're worried about him. Comfort and peace. Comfort and peace. My friend. Okay. Yeah. Safe travels. Safe travels. Traveling mercies. Mm. Yeah. It'll be all right. It'll be all right by you. It'll be all right. It's tough though. It's tough on a mama. I'm telling you, it's tough on a mama. And I'm one of the mamas that, yeah. I'm one of the mama bear mamas. I'm one of them helicopter mamas. When it comes to my boys, somebody was saying somebody was saying the other day about you feel me, one mama to another. Somebody was saying the other day about these they're talking about grown moms of grown men, and they're like, these mamas need to stay out of their children, their son's business. I'm like, his business is my business. This plastic one is almost all the way broken. GT Junior, get you a better wheelbarrow and take care of it because I got one that's a better wheelbarrow. It's metal. I've had it for over 25 years. Um, and I didn't take great care of it because it could last longer. But I have replaced the wheel on it. I've replaced the handle on it, and the base of it is finally beginning to rust through. So I'm gonna have to. I'm just probably gonna take that off and put another one on it because all the pieces are replaceable. But wheelbarrows are not cheap, so get you a good one, but take care of it. That part because they are not cheap. I'm hauling a few bricks to the back. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a plastic one. I have a metal one. And I got a wagon. I don't use the wagon a lot in the garden, but I do use it and I like it. I got the wagon. This is my first Thanksgiving without my daughter and me being together. Wow. I did not realize that. I didn't realize that for some reason. That's got to be difficult. And she old. How old is she? She is 50, 40, 49. Is she 49? She almost 50? She gonna be 50 in February? Wow. Yeah. I did not realize that. She told me what I was going to do, and I said no. Oh, 50 it is, yeah. Yeah, my children haven't tried to tell me what I'm gonna do yet. So there's that. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. It's time. I will see you guys in 2 weeks. If not before that, I may do a pop up. But I'm not gonna do my regular schedule one next week. And but I appreciate everybody for coming in and for hanging out with me. I appreciate all of the people who come in and watch the replay. The replay crew, we have a strong crew. Appreciate that. Help everybody have a wonderful holiday season. And for those people, I'm especially looking forward to the solstice because that means that days start getting longer. Woo! And y'all know I do not like this time of the year. Um, but I'm definitely looking for that day where the days start getting longer. We get more daylight, even though I know it doesn't make that much difference for a few weeks. But so y'all have a great holiday. Um, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks for watching. Bye y'all.